for chemistry made easy. On this particular channel, I'm going to be dropping some exciting content in chemistry. So if you've not subscribed to this channel, please do so. Subscribe to this channel and share any of our video, so that whenever and click on notification button, so that whenever we drop a new video, you're going to be the first person to see. So thank you very much. So now this is question. This is the YX second series 2024 that was written in December. The first video we've done justice to that. If you have not watched it, go to our YouTube channel, check the solution to it, and this is number 2. So we're talking about A plus it. This is quantitative analysis. And as I said that this type of examination students are not allowed to go to the laboratory and perform the experiment because of the nature of the exam. So they are just giving some value. They are just giving them some data. So they are going to be the one to provide answer to whatever data is given to them. So this is one of the examples of the prototype of the question. So we said A plus it, colorless, odorless gas, turned lime water milky. When you hear the word colorless and odorless gas, sometimes what comes to our mind is that maybe like oxygen. Is it oxygen? Because oxygen is colorless. Oxygen is colorless, is odorless. But when you begin to hear turned lime water milky, that's a characteristic that are different from that of oxygen. Begin to hear turned lime water milky, it has an effervescence reaction. That one is telling us that it's a gas. And the gas is what? The gas is CO2. The gas CO2 turns lime water milky or has an effervescence reaction. So we have the gas is CO2 from CO3 to minus. So the gas is CO2. Now, number 2 said there, residue from A plus water plus bismuth paper dissolve to form a colorless solution, turns red litmus paper to blue. They are testing for what you are working with. Is it an acid or a base? So if it turns red litmus paper to blue, so it is what? The solution is an alkaline. The solution is an alkaline. That is a base. It's an alkaline. It can be any alkaline. It can be any alkaline. So the solution, if it is turns blue litmus paper to red, that one is telling us that that particular compound is an acid. So you must know the litmus test for either acid or what? Or base. Thank you. Now, the solution from B plus sodium hydroxide in drops, then in excess. In drop here, we are going to have white chalky precipitates. White chalky precipitates. Now, when we have white chalky precipitate, what are the 2 ions that might present? Then we have calcium ion and lead ion. These are the 2 compounds that can give us what? That can give us white chalky precipitates. So now, then in excess, what do we have? That is the precipitate is insoluble in excess sodium hydroxide, in excess NaOH, in excess NaOH. So that is what has confirmed the presence of calcium ion. Now B, that we have done with what? With the first salt, which is A. Now B plus water, you give us the soluble salt, so we mean that B dissolve to give a colorless gas. So B is a soluble salt. Now the last E, solution formed from D plus sodium hydroxide in drops, then in excess. When we drop it in sodium hydroxide, when we have sodium hydroxide, they drop. We have white gelatinous precipitate. Now, white gelatinous precipitate, the ions that can give us gelatinous precipitate are zinc ion, and aluminium ion. The zinc ion and what? And aluminium ion. Now, then in excess, precipitate soluble in excess sodium hydroxide. So both of them will still dissolve. And aluminium, both of them will still dissolve. But how do you now know which one is present in what you are testing for? That's why we are going to use what? We are going to use a what? Ammonia, which is a confirmatory test. To do what? To know which one present. Is it aluminium? Is it zinc? So when solution from D plus sodium hydroxide in drop in essence. So if it is aluminium, then according to what it said, the precipitate, the white gelatinous precipitate will white gelatinous precipitate formed. So that one is giving us an insight that it is going to be an aluminium ion. Now when we add it in excess, was the precipitate is insoluble in excess ammonia. If it is zinc, the white gelatinous precipitate will dissolve. So that is a confirmatory test to test either it is zinc or what? Or ion. Now the last one, solution from D plus silver nitrate plus HNO3. I used to tell my students that there are some reagents that are peculiar to some ion. For example now, if silver nitrate and ammonia and HNO3 is coupled together, what we are looking for is chloride ion. So what we have is that we are going to form, there's going to be formation of white precipitate, which is when you now add HNO3, what that? The white precipitate will still got insoluble, precipitate insoluble, white precipitate insoluble in HNO3. This one is, so now you have white precipitate, sometimes it can be CO3 2 minus, it can be S2 minus. So, but when we have, when I add ammonia to it, the what? The precipitate. Why? The precipitate will dissolve. The white precipitate dissolved. So that one confirms the presence of what? Of chloride ion. So the salt that was tested for A, we have calcium carbonate, and B, it is what? Aluminium chloride. That was the salt that was tested. So thank you very much for staying tuned to this channel. Please subscribe to this channel, like our video, and share with your friends. Please, we want your feedback on this channel. Thank you very much. See you sometimes other time in class. Take care.